Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another brand new video of Tokyo Ghoul Dark War. Now, my curtain that holds my window shut so there's no like bright lights coming in is currently, it's struggling to stay together because I have my air conditioner going. So I put one of these, which is a hair clip, on the curtain to keep it closed. And there's still a little bit of light leaking in. So I'm sorry about that. Hopefully you don't get too distracted by the magical light that just appears sometimes. But that's just me explaining why the light is killing me. Welcome back to Dark War. Our main purpose of this episode is I wanted to go over the gem system properly, and I also wanted to go ahead and try out the point challenge, team challenge, event thing. That's going to be something later on in the video, because it's definitely going to be a lot of things I have to go into. So we're going to start off with the gems, and you know what? Let's ask a question this episode. Let's ask a question for codes that we can give away. I'm trying to think. What would be a good question to ask for today? Okay, so as we know, my boy Noro got completely shafted for the most part. He has now, so his damage is still pretty alright, and apparently his third also increases the damage of his first. The issue with that is his damage is still only 22 million for me versus 35 million what it used to be. He is still semi-viable, but he's not that great. He's definitely, I'd say the third worst SSR in the game right now, so we'll see. But yeah, so Noro, who do you think replaced him as the best SSR in the game? What we're gonna say is these ones on the bottom count. So I'm gonna put this question in two parts. One, who do you think the best SSR is from the original batch currently, aside from Noro, because Noro is now dead? And out of this new batch, who do you think is going to be the replacement for the best DPS in the game? Obviously, my money is on Hafukuja Kaneki just because of his 6 times damage attack, his dash, his power thrust where he does a bunch of damage. I have not seen the gameplay for most of these characters. I have seen the gameplay for Ken Kaneki Mask because someone data mined it, and he seems pretty alright. The other ones also had gameplay released, but I didn't want to look at it because I don't want to be spoiled. I want to see what the gameplay is once I get to experience it for myself and kind of experiment in my own ways. So, what SSR character do you think is the best new SSR? And who do you think of the SSRs that were dropped last time is currently the best to replace Noro? And I'll be giving away, I'll make you a deal. So I have 2 batches of codes right now. One, which is the original codes that I had that give diamonds and such like that. And one, which gives money, diamond cards, and Juzo Scorpion. The 2 best answers, going into detail, will get the codes from before. Unless they've already gotten it, then I'll give them the new ones. And the 3 people who did alright, but didn't quite give as much detail as those people will get the other 3 codes. And I'll be DMing people and stuff like that to do that. So that's the plan for this episode. And now I'm going to go ahead and go into this gem system because it is more complicated than expected. I'm going to remove all of my gems on all of these segments because I need to explain this one by one by one. So I have been pulling for the jewel chests inside the organization trial, and I have gotten 4 red quality gems. The issue is that the red quality doesn't seem to affect much. Oh, I just burped. Ew. I feel like I never actually burped, so that's weird that happened, but I'll take it. Ugh. So inside this, you can see that we have all of these different typings and all these different colors and stuff like that. If you check this system right here, the gem skill combo, will automatically give you benefits based on what gems you equip to your different slots. Now, the issue is it's really hard to try and find out which gems go with which to be able to like equip them. For example, the first one, I gotta close my door, one sec. There we go. Sorry, it distracts me too much when the door is open. But yeah, so you can see that there's an E. So E1133445. And so on throughout all of these different things. I don't know what you would call this symbol. Like the symbol that's here. Do I have one of them? This one. I am unsure what you would call this. But typically, you want to plan around getting the gem skills. The thing you can do, though, if you press Inlay, you can automatically select which benefit you want to equip using the gems. So typically, you don't want to do the basic gem level first, because if you're going to do the inlay, you want to have as many slots as possible to be able to inlay, and select the one that does the top benefit, basically. So like, for example, the first one is all allies attack by 4%. The second one is increase all allies attack by 2% and max HP by 4%. Super adversity, reduce all enemies attack by 10%, physical defense by 5%, and magical defense by 5%. That's incredible. If you stack that one with, like, other people's gems, that'd be fantastic. Decrease attack for enemies DPS heroes, not too bad. Decrease P defense for heroes, 6%. Caster's attack by 2.5 and max HP, and physical defense by 12% and magic defense. So obviously the one I want to equip here is the attack by 10% and physical defense by 5% and magic defense by 5% for this first one. And now I have that equipped, that gives me the automatic effect there, and I can go to medium gem and do the next one. So I can, the only one that's available for me because I'm missing E11, 1E, 1E. So I as long as I get more E or 1 gems, I can actually do a lot better inside this. But yeah, this one I'm about to equip is increase caster's physical defense by 12% and magic defense by 12%. Actually, that's a defense increase by 12% on the character in both regards. That's fantastic. And basic gem, if you inlay, increase caster's physical defense by 8% and magic defense by 8%. So that's another bonus. I can't equip the other ones, but like, based on what we just equipped, enemies now have 10% less attack, 5% less of both defenses. Arima, young Arima, gains 12% defense on both defenses and 8% on both defenses. So he gets a total... Oh! So you can't stack the same defense boost or any boost on the character. It says repetition on the right side, you can see. So here, because I have 3 equipped, 1 has no effect. Interesting. Very interesting. What I'll probably do here then is just equip all of these and just fill this up for now. Because it's not a huge... Actually, what if I didn't do any of these and just left that for Arima for now? What if I went to, like, Kuroiwa and inlaid? HP of defense heroes by 10% isn't bad. Caster's max HP by 10% is probably what I want more, because I probably won't be using more than 1 defense hero. So I'm going to use that. If I go here, I can inlay. I don't have enough gems for any of these, but you can definitely try and do that. Okay. And then, as well as, if you have spare gems that you don't actually need, you can smelt them to get the gem enhancement materials. And each gem has a level based on what tier it's at. There's like a lot of depth to this. It's really scary. But like, the fact there's an auto button to equip things with the inlay makes it a lot easier to plan around. And I think that the best way to try and work on the gem game mode to increase your allies' stats and stuff like that is to go to your organization shop, go to the bottom of the shop and get the jewel chests. The jewel chests is probably one of the most important things to do when you're logging into the game currently. Just because it gives you a flat, look at this, 4, 4, 2, 1, and an O. I don't actually know what the Roman numeral is for that. And then if I go ahead and go to inlay here, could I do have another one I could do. Increase P defense and magic defense of enemy support heroes. Or, no, enemies. Do you see that? It says M defense by 4% for enemies support heroes. Perfect. And you know what? I'm actually going to go ahead and equip that. That does sound good. All right. So now that we have that gem game mode basically done with for now, and I kind of understand it a little bit better, because I've been experimenting with it. I've been trying to test all the buttons and everything like that to try and just find stuff out. Because a lot of the stuff is just kind of, here it is, enjoy, and now you have to figure out everything else about it. In real-time battle, I've gotten up to gold. I'm almost at platinum. The issue is that it's, at this point, playing the actual quests is such a pain for me. Like playing the actual fighting things, because either I feel bad for destroying people, or I feel good because we had an even fight, or I get destroyed. And more often than not, it's people that are below me in power, and it just ends up not being that fun for me. So let's go into battle points mode and we'll read this. Countless enemies will be unleashed to attack players. You have to keep on fighting to prevent yourself from being surrounded. Kill enemies to obtain points, and when the event ends, you will have rewards based on your points. Basically, just keep on doing more damage, and you'll get more and more points, up to 1,600. 1,600 only gives you 2 gem chests, though, and 100 points. It's not that great, so hopefully, I am going to run Young Arima here, and I am going to press Auto Match, because if you create your own team, it's strictly kept to your friends list. So you have to have people that you want to play with on your friends list and have them ready to join when you do that to be able to make a proper squad. Otherwise, you auto join and hope for the best. Though typically, in my experience so far, in this point game mode, most of the time, the other people that are in the same room as you will not move. So, for example, we have an Arima Ixa, we have a Juzo, and we have me. One of them is just named Shit, by the way. That's great. Yeah, they're not moving. So I think they actually are broken. Wait, this is the Ayato. This is the Ayato and a Hinami. The ship is real. Hell yeah. It's a good combo. That's a new Ayato, too. I guess they do have that in this game mode. But yeah, you can see that the people that I joined up with, in their own game, they're probably playing with their own, like, versions of me that isn't moving. I just think that the game mode is completely broken for the most part for now. Also, that's the Yoshimura. Holy shit. I need to go away. But yeah, typically it's just based on the DPS you can do. It's really strange to me that this game mode is also just completely broken. Oh, Wounded Kaneki! Whoa, that's a big slam attack! Okay, wow. Wounded Kaneki has like a big boom. I'm not gonna deal with that. You guys, bye. We have a Ryoko and Kuzen thing. Not too bad. I actually wonder, does every new SSR appear in this game mode? So that's a Tsukiyama, and is that... No, that's normal and Kaneki. Never mind. I don't really care about that at all. Here. It seems like sometimes your attacks just don't land as well. Like either you're... For some reason, they just don't hit or do damage at all. Like that right there. Or just like your third or any strong attack doesn't really go off. Oh god, Motto's there. Oh, it was double Motto wave actually. Here, I'm gonna run away. I don't think I'm down to take damage from that. Thank you. Be cool if the Arima Ixa was actually present. That'd be really helpful actually, but they're just standing here. It's really sad to be honest, because like this game mode has so much potential. And like, if it was good, it would be fantastic. It'd probably be the most fun part of the game. But unfortunately, I'm alone and I only got 30 points. Imagine a team where I had Young Arima, I had a Shachi, that's someone like focused down completely to golds, and I had a half Kujiamori. We could probably get the max amount of points possible very easily. But that's not realistic because the game mode's broken. Here. I'm just gonna play as Young Arima again for now. And I'm just gonna auto. I'll see you in the game when I continue to get more points. Alright, so let's get to it. I wonder, in this case, since we're fighting with Sora and Frank Scum, I wonder if we can get further. So I think we got 380 points in the last one. My goal here is going to try and be to get... We're gonna go for 400. Because we're alone anyway, so it's just kind of based on whatever I can do. Okay, can I beat these guys? Realistically, yes. Functionally, no, because the actual people I'm fighting half the time don't take damage. That's okay. That's just how it goes sometimes. In the end, we are one-shotting most of them. Wounded Kaneki, he's doing big wavy things. And he span on his head like a Beyblade. Alright, I'm trying to stay in the face of the enemies, but they're doing so much damage to me right now. Alright, so that's another wave down. Oh, I can do this. Oh no. Oof. The issue is like, the Young Arima also doesn't turn to the enemies for the most part, some of the time. Oh, I'm almost dead. No, I can't afford to die here. You know, if I was an anime protagonist, that thing I just said, I can't afford to die here, is probably the coolest line that I could ever say if I was in that space, you know? The issue is like, if you think of really cool quotes, I have a friend who writes stories explicitly based on the quotes that he thinks of for the stories. So like, other than writing the story for the purpose of developing, like, the actual contents. Instead, he just goes all in and is like, you know what? This line where it's like, the power of the human spirit can't be broken. Then he writes the story based on entirely on that line. And I think they turn out really good. Obviously, like, there are some of them that flop completely. Like, for example, there's one that he wrote about, like, it was a sci-fi story where, like, he was talking about a laboratory, and in the end, like, all it was is, do you think I'm just some guinea pig to be fucked with? And then it was a giant stab, at, like, into the doctor. I think that was a really cool story. I don't know. Well, I guess that one, the actual development inside the story was kind of bad, but the quote was kind of cool. Oh, Ashish. I am going to join this person's lobby. I don't know if we can get a third person, but if we can, maybe we can get a proper team going. Okay, so the person that I joined, Ashish, immediately went into the quest. Will I be able to actually play with him, or will he not be moving? Your opponent has broken connection, please wait. Oh, we're actually in, and we have Juliet and Ashish, and they're not, oh my god, he's actually playing! Oh my god, we're in a real match! Holy shit, there's real people! People exist in the world! So I guess you just need to queue up with the right people. It's just a matter of trying to find the right team. Okay, if you guys want to go ahead and join up with this quest, then, in that case, I will be running this event tomorrow with the Discord. I want to see how far we can get. So if you guys want to join the Discord, of which the link is going to be in the description of this video, to be able to talk in the Tokyo Ghoul Dark War, like, section, I want to try to properly play it and see how far the score can get. I'm hoping we can get the maximum amount of points and see just how far this quest goes, how difficult the quest gets later. Because I think there's so much potential here, and if it's actually real, it's a good game mode. I need to run. I can't die here. Alright. Pop that. Pop my first. And we should be good to go. Hell yeah. Good job, Ashish. I believe in you. I'm proud of you. Alright, let's slam this. The issue is I'm, like, so close to death, and if I let them hit me, like, once or twice, I'm done. I'm trying to, like, avoid it while also trying to do decent enough damage. See, this is like, this right here, it's a tower defense game mode, and we're protecting Juliet 69! Oh my god, that name is awful. I love it. I kind of love it. Alright, we'll pop this. I have like 2 health. I have actual, literal nothing. Here. Let's try and do a little bit more. Ashish is about to spawn in, so me dying isn't a huge deal. 670 points. Not too terribly bad, to be honest. I will take it. Also, if you have a free slot in the room, it seems like it automatically matches you afterwards. So the person that logged that, because we had a party of 2. The third person that got matched up with us was not working. Interesting. Very interesting. Here, we're going to do one more. And I'm hoping, I'm going to try, oh no, I have 0 attempts left. Never mind, I guess I did 3. Well, that's going to be it for this video, I suppose. I do think that game mode has a lot of potential, and I do think we're going to be able to play it tomorrow and see it to its full capabilities. So I'll see you guys in the Discord tomorrow. We'll see how this goes, and thank you for watching. Take it easy.